Hello again, everybody. We see now what happened in Muncie, New Square, that is, where a grand rabbi, is involved on killing people because he runs this town with an iron fist. And if anybody doesn't comply to his theories or dreams, he's just going to take him off the map. So now you're starting to realize what's happening with sexual abuse in our communities. It's the same thing. The root of the problem is police, liaisons, district attorneys. Those people need the friendship and the votes from the community, and they'll do anything to whitewash any crime that's happening. We were very upset about it. I'm going to specialize now every few weeks to put on a new story that would make the government to realize, and also the people in the community, how corrupted the system is. We know we had a story of Rabbi Leibowitz. And we had a story, it's a very long story, I'm not going to go into it, I'll just give you the highlights. Rabbi Berl Ashkenazi was supposed to be a witness against Sruli Rubenstein, who accused Rabbi Leibowitz of molesting him. It winded up to be that the judge had, because we gave it to her, she had a piece of paper where Rabbi Berl Ashkenazi had signed that, yes, I molested Sruli Rubenstein, myself, and he, Rabbi Berl Ashkenazi, said that I will give him money for psychiatry with the condition, paragraph number 2, with the condition that he never goes to the secular court. So the question is now, he was caught lying, and the judge disqualified him by saying, you're a liar under oath. He lost himself. He said, I'm a holy man and I don't need boys. The judge says, don't worry about it. You lied, and let the justice system take care of you. Our question is, with all the things said and done, why is Rabbi Berl Ashkenazi of South 9th Street still roaming the streets as happy as it can be? What does this show for people? This shows that rabbis are over and above the law. They can lie under oath and not get caught. And even if they get caught, there's no harm. They're not going to pay for the consequences. And this is why we're very upset, because now they have another allegation on another person, the one that arrested Leibowitz, saying that he wanted to take money. And it was signed by 2 people, one a close family of Leibowitz and the other one also a family of Leibowitz. So let's say they're caught that they were lying. Who cares? You can officially lie if you're a rabbi on the court, on the stand, and nobody will do you anything afterwards. And this is why we're very upset. We are not able to take this anymore. This is very bad news. We are now like in the regime of Stalin or Hitler before World War II. They did everything that they wanted with the Jewish people, and there was nobody that said a good word for us. Now, we live in a country which is the best country in the world with a beautiful law system, but the rabbis happen to be over and above the law. And that's why they can do anything that they want with us. When I had spoken out about what's happening with sexual crimes in all the mikvahs, in the ritual baths, and all over, and that teachers molest 1 out of 5 children in a school, the best thing that the rabbis came up with is in an NYP, a New York Press newspaper, a big ad with 38 rabbis signed that my blood is free for anybody to kill me, plus other things that it says over there. And because of it, it didn't say specifically to kill, but it just gave everybody the mood that's what they wanted to do. I was chased out of the community. These are tens and thousands of flyers that flew around that I should go out and my head should be chopped off and that I'm a snake. Now, why are these rabbis doing that? All these things? Because they have no law system to comply with. They do whatever they want. And in Brooklyn, it's Mr. Charles Hines that would whitewash them. And in other places, in Lakewood, in Muncie, in Kiryas Joel, in Monroe, there are other people who would whitewash them. They happen to have a big block vote, and plus, they're spending money for this. We're begging the FBI to come in and to check out. We have a lot of information to share. But the question is, if you have the time to listen. We need to straighten out this community. We're fighting for 5 years, and thank God we're having arrests. The community is becoming cleaner. But the rabbis and the superpowers and people who have money still don't feel anything. They can still do anything they want. They can rape children, they can molest them, they can make them pregnant, they can do anything they want. The best would happen that Rabbi Twersky will send an 18-year-old boy and mix up his brain and tell him, go kill him, and you'll get a reward from me, or after, you go to heaven. And they would do such terrible, horrifying things as burning a person to death. It's unbelievable. We need to take Mr. Charles Hines and Mrs. Hannah White out of their office. As long as they're in the office, nothing is going to change. And we can't even wait until the votes will come up. We don't have time for that. We need the FBI should come in, should impeach them, take out all the records. We have stories to tell you. Trust me. Not only me, everybody that's doing the law system. We have stories against OHL, the children's home who gets millions of dollars from the government. They whitewash everything. We have stories about what's happening in the community. There was a rape of a young girl, and the Hatzolah and the Shomrim came, and the police were waiting outside. They took the girl from the backyard. They took her to the hospital. They cleaned her out. And then when they came back, the police says, wait a minute, you can't take her home because we need the DNA. So they show we made the DNA also, but they didn't show the name. So why should not anybody in our community rape anybody or even burn them down? Look at this. Now the DA of Muncie or New Square is saying, well, we have no proof that it has to do with the rabbi. What do you mean you have no proof? Did you listen to all sides? We have enough proof. So we have to start getting help from the FBI to realize that we are in serious, serious problems. We want to know, question number one. We're not going to fight this with 16 fronts. Question number one. When is Rabbi Be'er Ashkenazi going to be picked up and put to jail? The rumor is that he sent his brother, whose name is Hanoch Henoch Ashkenazi, who is the son-in-law of Rabbi Aaron Teitelbaum, the super mafionaire in Kiryas Joel. He has the votes under him. They also burned down once a home for small children, and it said in the newspaper it was arson, and nobody was picked up. So he sent his son-in-law, who is a brother of Be'er Ashkenazi, to tell Hannah White and Honorable Charles Hines to whitewash the whole scene. And look at this, he's walking the streets. He's now screaming at the people who try to run him down. He's screaming at me and at the other people that you are fools. And you know what? In a way, he's right. We have no protection. Who's protecting us? Aaron Teitelbaum is protecting the pedophiles. And we are fighting a battle without ammunition. So we want to know, Mr. FBI, we want to know when Be'er Ashkenazi will be picked up from the streets in jail for lying under oath in a courthouse. This is part number one. and we want to see a resolution. Thank you.